What's up, YouTube? And today I'm going to talk about my heroic dose trip, which was my first ever experience with magic mushrooms. Now, I do not recommend anyone do a heroic dose for your first time, because it can get pretty dark and scary, but, if you do decide to do a heroic dose, I recommend that you have a trip sitter or someone on standby that you can call if you are going to do this. At first, I took a small dose during that day, probably a gram or so. It was so... Once it kicked in, I got the normal, really bright, vivid colors, little bit of time distortion, and a really warm, floaty feeling as well. It felt really wonderful, and also, music was out of this world, let me tell you. It was just out of this world. So, after getting the feel of how magic mushrooms were, I decided to kick it up a notch. I decided to take 4 spoonfuls of these, and they were pretty big spoonfuls, let me tell you. It was in a powdered form, which was probably around 5 to 7 grams of shrooms. I didn't have a scale at the time, so I was like, fuck it, what's the worst that could happen? Note, before this, I have been dieting and I fasted during the entire day before I tripped, so that way it would be more potent. And also, when it first kicked in, this was the onset, and it probably took about 10 to 20 minutes, I would say. My room looked orange. Like, I could see in high definition. And I was like, well, here we go. Then it was starting to get really intense, and it was progressing fast. I looked up stuff to do while tripping because time distortion can make things really boring. So I decided to watch the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This is when shit started to get weird. So I wanted to take a hit from my e-cigarette. I went to go look at it, and it just literally started melting. Like, I could see liquid dripping from my Aspire Atlantis tank. I could literally see it dripping. And also I looked at my computer in my desk, and it was also dripping and melting and like almost melting away. And I also felt like I was melting as well. I was like, ah, shit. Then my ears started to ring really loudly. It sounded like that. And then as I looked up, I could see geometric colors all over my room. And then it would do it again, like, and then I could see the geometric colors again on my room. It was like fading in and out. It was the most beautiful sight I have ever seen in my life. I did get a little anxiety from this because, so I decided to meditate for a little bit to calm down because the ringing noise kind of freaked me out a bit. But the colors were amazing. That part didn't really bother me. So I watched this video about third eye meditation, and while I was meditating, I could see energy or blue streaks of light just surging through my body. It was going and then it was going so fast that it exited out of my body and was connecting it to every single object, like it was showing me that I am connected to everything and everyone. I also felt this, I felt very connected to all life and all objects as well. And the energy was just positive and loving. It almost felt like the presence of God was in my room. It was that crazy. It freaks me out a little bit, mainly because I do not believe in that sort of stuff. So my friend recommended to me that I will sober up and everything eventually will go back to normal. So I took a melatonin to force myself to kind of pass out. Oh, this is when my reality was starting to disappear. Material objects, my e-cigarette, was disappearing from my hand. My room was getting really dark. And this is when the light was on. It was also spinning really fast, really fast, really fast. Because when I looked outside, it was turning from day to night, day to night, day to night, almost like a time-lapse video. So after that, I closed my eyes and just fully let go. Just fully let go. I could see flashes of me being in a hospital and laying on a hospital bed, being pushed to go into my room. And I was sitting there, I was laying there, and I was like, you know what? I can't take this anymore. I am ready to die. This was ego death. So I fully accepted the fact that I had died and I was never coming back. So after that, my body thrusted into space. It was crazy how fast I got there. And once I got there, there was a light, and I blasted through it. And another world appeared. This was the crazy part. A whole different universe just appeared right in front of my eyes. I was communicating telepathically with fractal entities. And this only happened for a few minutes, and then I came right back to Earth. I went and took a shower, because I was like, yes, I'm back! I'm back down to Earth. I took a shower to help sober up a bit, and I could see, like, the hairs on my stomach, and they were just, like, wiggling around on my stomach, and that was pretty freaking cool. But, anyways, guys, that was my magic mushroom experience. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Share this video to your friends, and also subscribe to see more videos. Peace.